and welcome to another episode of Late Night with Quiche Lorraine, which incidentally happens to be the last episode of Season 1. Oh, what a ride it has been. And on this ride with us tonight is my guest, Tyra of VonShade. Hello, Tyra.
Hello, Quiche. How are you doing?
Oh, perfect as always.
As always. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. We're going to cut up. We're going to have a good time.
Well, we'll see about that.
We're going to have fun. I'm going to make you have fun.
Let's get to the first question. Where did you get your drag name?
I got my drag name from Tyra Banks. I watched a lot of reality television growing up, and I remember seeing her and being like, wow, she's gorgeous and such a bitch. And I just really loved that. My parents have Scandinavian roots. I forgot to mention that. And Tyra is a Scandinavian name. A lot of people might not know that. Also, VonShade came from another local entertainer named Lachey Azriel. House of Azriel. She can split and twirl. She's a legend. She's lovely. I miss her very much. She just moved away. She didn't die. And VonShade, she gave me that name backstage. I think I had said something one night about somebody that may have been catty or cunty. And she said, bitch, I'm going to call you VonShade. You shady. She said, I'm going to call you VonShade. She said, VonShade, 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 VonShade. And I said, bitch, that is it.
So how long have you been doing drag?
I would like to say 7 or 8 years. Seriously, I've been actually trying to do good drag.
Oh, okay. So you make a distinction.
Absolutely, because the first few years there was absolutely a lot of like back and forth and some bitch-assness and some half-assness and some not really caring about it. And I would start and accumulate things and I would sell them all. And then I would do it over and over again, which was silly of me. I just, being in your early 20s, you do stupid stuff.
What was your big breakthrough?
I feel like my big break was definitely getting to host the show at Club XYZ. Mm-hmm. I think that was something that really gave me a space to do drag more than once or twice a month. It gave me a space to do drag a few times a week. It was my job for a little while. I worked, every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday there for a few years. So I definitely think that would be where my, big break in town came from. That's where everybody learned about me and got to know me.
Are you from Knoxville?
No, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh.
I moved to Knoxville with my family when I was about to go into high school. So I guess I was 13. Maybe, I don't know, about to turn 13 or 14. I can't remember. It's a blur,
When you were a kid, do you look back now and see inclinations of a little drag child coming out, or was it something that blossomed in adulthood?
I've always been an artsy kid. Before I was a drag queen, I played in a death metal band.
I can see that. I can see that.
Exactly. I've played music of all kinds throughout my life. I was in, band in high school and theater and things like that, and playing live music. So I've always been an entertainer of sorts. And then, it was just built in. And then there was
already familiar with the stage.
Absolutely. And people, a lot of people don't realize my first introduction to any kind of alternative music. My dad bought me my first CD when I was 5 years old, and it was a Kiss album, and it was their self-titled album, and it was just their faces on the cover. And I'll never forget that. Gene Simmons in particular, he had this wild spiky makeup that looked like the devil, and I just loved it. And I think that was a big introduction to makeup and theater meeting music, which is exactly what drag is.
Yes.
So that was. Yeah, that's where drag comes from, I'm pretty sure. I loved Kiss. Thanks, Gene Simmons.
When was your first time ever seeing a drag show?
First time seeing a drag show, I was 18 years old. The bar was called the Chrome Pony.
That's a good name.
It was on Alcoa Highway. Hannah was there as Gage. Always been super extremely talented, always. Amazing singer from the very jump. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gushing. So yeah, I think that was my first introduction to drag, was definitely that. The night that I went for the first time, I think there was a queen, rest her soul, her name was Ashlee Adams. That was one of the first drag queens I ever laid eyes on. She was a beautiful trans woman, amazing entertainer. She could dance her ass off. She was stunning.
And you thought, I'm going to do that.
Honestly, it was very much that, and I saw just the reception from the people. That was what made me go, oh gosh, I want to do, the people were smiling and dancing and laughing with her, and I was like, I want to make them do that, because I had done things of that nature before, played music. And at the time I had went through a thing with my family where my family found out that I was queer, and I was definitely, kind of shunned and pushed aside by my family. I had to go and find a new place to live. I lived with my brother whenever my family found out that I was gay, and he wasn't okay with it. He didn't want me living there. I had to go and meet queer people, which is what I did at the Chrome Pony. I went and I was like, oh, I've got to go. They found out about me, so I'm going to have to go and meet some people like me, because I had no idea about anything gay. I went to my first drag show because I was trying to meet gay people. And it worked. And then I started doing drag a few months later, and then kinda, back and forth a little bit, experimenting. But
has the family thing gotten any better?
100%.
Oh, good.
Recently, actually, I've had a few partners, but my recent partner is the first partner I've ever got to introduce to one of my parents, and my dad loves him.
Oh, good.
It was honestly just a weird thing where I'd kind of given hints about things, about me being a queer person, and I feel like he knew anyway, and then I started talking about drag a little bit, and then I got on the news. I got on
that's
in Blount County.
That's an outing.
Talking about drag.
They'll find out then.
He was like, "Well, you're beautiful. I can say that for sure." So that I think it was, for a long time he thought it was like a bedroom thing, and I think that was what kind of kept him away from me and it. And a few months ago he said, "Well, I've seen some of them commercials for the RuPaul's Drag Race." He said, "You blow some of them other girls out of the water." He said, "They're not very pretty at all, and you're gorgeous." So
I think
that he's growing on.
That show has helped a lot of people understand and accept.
I think a lot of queer people resent the show because of what it's done for drag, but I think what some people need to understand about what that show has done for straight people who have queer relatives and queer kids, that show, I think is what pushed my dad. My dad saw commercials for RuPaul's Drag Race and was like, "Oh, my son does that." You know what I mean? I should maybe connect with him a little bit, because I talked to him about it before and mentioned Drag Race, and he never kind of wanted to deal with it until he saw it.
Well, you know what? A lot of straight people too, they automatically think that we're strippers.
100%. It's always a bedroom thing.
That we're taking our clothes off, and we're, the worst things.
Why would I want to take this off? Look how pretty it is.
That's what they're told. That's what they're told by their politicians and their pastors, what we do. And I've said, if I had to take my clothes off on the stage, they'd be watching me for an hour and a half.
Because it's going to take me forever.
I have so much. As we're talking about the stage, are you ready to perform?
I am ready to perform.
Oh, all right. Well, toddle along and let's watch you perform.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Give it up for Tyra VonShade.
Welcome back. You did great.
Thank you. I had a good time.
I'm obligated by my lawyers to say that.
You don't have to lie to me.
We've been talking about RuPaul.
Yes.
Tell me about your driving desire to be on that show.
Yeah, I'd love to be on TV at any capacity, honestly. You know, I think I could do it. I'm on TV. Hello, Late Night with Quiche Lorraine. We're on television.
You can't get better than this.
Absolutely.
No.
There's all kinds of reality TV. Drag Survivor.
I go blank when I hear it.
Shell shock. I will not be participating in Drag Survivor. I just don't have it in me. I feel like Drag Race would be easier than Drag Survivor. Girls spend $25,000 to go on Drag Race, so I feel like it'd be easier to go on RuPaul's Drag Race.
You have to pay to be on that show?
No. It just costs money to bring nice things.
Oh.
You know, girls talk about how they spend more. I spent more than my college tuition on coming to Drag Race. I wish I knew somebody that would give me a loan enough
Goodness
to get
gracious.
But yes,
How about that Dragula show?
Dragula, I think about that sometimes too. I'm pretty weird every now and again. But I think my overall aesthetic, I really love like glamour and gorgeousness. And I think sometimes it's too much of that for them.
Keep working on it.
You know,
You'll get
try.
there. You'll get there.
I try. I know. I'm just a booger for now. But.
And now it's time for the Quiche Questionnaire. Oh, I will ask you some questions, and you just answer without thinking.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay.
Best letter in the alphabet.
Z.
Why?
Because it's last.
Oh, just like Jesus said, the last will be first.
Hello. Amen.
Rules of Uno. Do you play where if you do not have a card you can play, you have to draw until you have one? Or do you play if you do not have a card, you have to draw one card and lose a turn?
Draw one card and lose a turn.
That's the right answer.
I agree.
Last time I played, I had half the stupid deck in my hand.
You were playing with a child. You must have been playing with a child.
Wiener.
An
You
adult.
get a wiener. For having the right Uno answer. I only buy the best wieners.
Love that. I thought it was a quiche. When I first walked up, I was like, is that a fucking quiche?
This is a quiche pan.
That's why I thought it was a quiche. I love quiche.
Rainy day or sunny day?
Sunny day.
Yep. Day or night?
Night.
Last question.
Sure.
When did you stop murdering squirrels and burying them in their basement?
I never stopped.
Right answer! That's it.
That's it?
We're finished.
We did it.
Yes, we did it. And you finished out the season.
I am so glad. I really appreciate you having me. I'm glad I was part of the finale. I think I'm a great way to end things. You know, I'm a great finisher.
Well, thank you, my babies, for watching this episode and keeping up with the whole season. And we will see you for a season 2, my sweet baby darlings. Bye-bye.
Can I have a sausage now?
We don't ask for it. No, we don't. We do not.
Okay.
We'll see.